Okay, so this class will concentrate on the use case diagrams. Okay, so for use case diagrams, so let's take use case diagrams into consideration. So how we draw the use case diagram? So this is the example we have already studied in our class. And then when we want to go to use case diagram, so in Rational Rows tool we may click use case view, and when you double click on this, so it will appear the use case view. And when we say OK, no, I am under logical view, sorry. The use case view you have to select, and the window will be ready for you. Or else you can go to browse and then say use case diagrams. Okay, so here you can say new, and when you click OK, so it will ask you the diagram name. So that is phone call scenario. Okay, so here, and when we have like this, so how exactly we can draw? So seeing this diagram, so maybe the system boundary we cannot directly give. So maybe with this, let's see. No, I hope you cannot draw the system diagram since this is the older version we have. Okay, so but directly we can draw the use cases. So use case you can just directly say place phone call, and similarly we have another use case, place conference call. Okay, and then receive call, and then receive additional call, and one more, use schedule. So once you take all the use cases whatever are needed for your references, maybe based on the scenario whatever the things we have, so that one we can consider and we can place them. Okay, so since this is Rational Rows is 98 edition and it is the costly one. Okay, so and old one the boundaries I cannot show here, but you can just think of there is one boundary and see to that in within that boundary you are keeping. And then coming to actors, so actor also you just select and drop it. Okay, and the actors I was telling you, whenever you are drawing use case diagrams, so always see to that the actor which is on the left side, the actor which is on the left side is nothing but the external user. Okay, so the actor which is on the right side, see that it is the internal user. Internal means the actor who is working for the system. Okay, so that's how we give. And after that we have to relate. So here only unidirectional is given. So let's see dependency. We leave. See, when you're getting some problem, maybe that relation it's not taking, but it should be dependency, no, however we have studied. Let's try for this. Okay, maybe first let's connect these things. What unidirectional, I don't know why exactly unidirectional is association is not given, only bidirectional is given here. And these are the only things which are available for us. So okay, let's take from after 1 to phone call we have. Okay, and from actor to receive call, and then we have from actor to user schedule. Okay, so the three things this user can use, and whereas from the internal actor what all he can think of, so either to get a call or receive a call, so he need to the service have to be connected to that, yes or no. So that is what we have, and then we'll see the dependency sign. It has to come, I don't know what exactly it's happening. So this why it's happening like that. Usually it will come, so after that you need to select and you have to give the labels here. Okay, so what label you want to give. So this is how we give in the rational rows tool. But moving on to star UML, so star UML also you can just go here, format, model, add diagram. In diagram, what diagram we want to add? Use case diagram. So if you select that, all the things which are needed for use case diagram you will get. So use case diagram, so you have to start typing phone call. So each one is having different things, ma. But everything will do the same purpose only. Okay, so likewise we have to draw the diagrams what we might have analyzed. Okay, and once after that is done, so actors, so you can place the internal actor here as the user, and the external actor the other side, so as network. So after these things are done, so we need to connect. So here we have both the ways. So from here to here associations, and from actor to this one and association. Okay, so this is how we connect, and similarly okay, so similarly we have to connect the external actors also. External actors, so in order to place a phone call, external actor needs, and then okay, so now from association external actors to the phone call. So it has to start from the actor to the use case middle. You have to start, then only it will take the link. And not only that, we can also give the dependency relationships here. So based on the tools, how they are developed and all. So see here, if you can make out the one which was not taking in rational rows, so here it's taking the showing dependency sign, if you can make out. And here also this is depending on this, and this dependency flavor, if at all you want to give, select that, add stereotype display label. Here we can start typing. So what is that? Has to come, I don't know. But when we say add and tag, it will be a tag. It's not the condition, no? I want the stereotype only. Okay, we give dependency. And somewhere I have seen that label now. If you can double click on that, here we are able to see. There, if you can type the stereotype, you see extend. So this is how. So when you place the mouse cursor, whatever you are getting, so that you can do there. So it's showing extend and the name, but when we are giving, it's not taking only. Okay, so this is the extend one, and similarly we can give here. And here also there is no choice of giving boundary and all. So this is how for the diagram, whatever we have for use case diagram. So For that we are drawing the use case diagram in star UML. Okay, so if at all we want to do a new one, so again go to this one and say new, then okay. Okay, so let's do some new diagram. Okay, let it be new only, and then so let's see one scenario today. Okay, so can all of you, are you able to view the screen what I'm showing here? Yes, please confirm. Are you able to view the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here the third one, if you see in the list of questions what we have, the third question is about drawing a use case diagram. Okay, so for the given scenario, first you need to understand what is the system name given. A major distributor of office suppliers. So a major distributor system is given here. Okay, who supplies the office and has a set of criteria for preparing bills. Okay, so since we are drawing use case diagram, so in the first sentence, can you tell me what is the use case you can identify in the first sentence? Major distributor is the system name. So use case diagram, I always tell you, first you have to draw the system boundary, and that boundary you have to name it. So that is major distributor. After that, within that boundary, you have to identify the use cases. Each use case is a sequence of steps which gives you one flow to perform some small task or whatever the task it is. Okay, so likewise we have to identify all the use cases within that system, and after that you have to see about the external actors and internal actors, and after that connections between actors and the system, and also if any of the use cases are interrelated, even those connections have to be given. So that makes the use case diagram. Okay. Somehow I'm not really able to read like that. Okay, so let's see this case study. So major distributor is a system name, and preparing bills. So in order to prepare a bill, is it a use case? Preparing a bill. So there are some sequence of steps for that.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, preparing bill is a use case. And after that, when the customer places the order, so place the order is a use case. So please make a note of it. Place the order is a use case and preparing bill is a use case. Place the order and one of the sales staff prepares the order and writes the bill. Okay. So here when you are coming across, so customer is the external user.
External user.
Yeah, sales staff is internal user to the system. Okay, if there is an insufficient quantity items on hand, the back order is set up for missing items. Say if somebody is ordering for 100 items, in your stock you have only for 70. Okay, you can say that 70 only you can give, 30 more are less, so insufficient quantity. Okay, for that you can give back order setup for missing items, or the stock is not available, so those details can be given. The available items are shipped and bill is prepared. So for whatever the number of 70 items I told you, for that bill is prepared, and the cost is billed for the back order items when they are in shipped. Okay, so the cost will be prepared. So back order means maybe they have placed for 100 and paid for 100. So since only 70 you are giving, so for 70 only you will prepare the bill, and for 30 you have to deduct. Okay, wholesale customers are eligible for discount if they purchase minimum of 100 items. and retail customers are not eligible for discounts irrespective of number of items ordered. So here how many types of customers we are coming across? Two customers, retail customers and wholesale customers. Okay, so retail ones, they don't get any discount. Okay, whereas wholesale customers, they get discount if they purchase 100 items, and all retail customers pays sales tax. Okay, and wholesale customers don't pay tax provided by they have state tax exemption. All bills are mailed to the customers, and for this you have to draw the use case diagram. So now within this, I want everyone to go through this scenario once again, and when we draw the diagram, I want you to say what are all the use cases and the actors what we were talking there. Okay, if it comes little more, it would be nice, no?
Ma'am, I will read. Madam, you can talk.
Okay, or else will you refer that question by opening? Because I want the question also simultaneously. So you refer the question there. Okay, so this is the question, and then let's have this one. Okay, so here the system boundary, anyway this won't support, so let's think you in your observation books you draw the system boundary, that is a bigger rectangle, and name that as major distribution office. And after that what we are going to do, what are the use cases? So what is the first use case we have done? What is the use case first we have thought of? So first they will be placing the order. Okay, I am keeping the things in order again. So placing the order. Once they place the order, what they will have? Items are shipped. Okay. Shipping. And then billing. And what more are there? So the distributor of the suppliers have a set of criteria for preparing bills, and when the customer order the order and staff prepares the order and writes the bill. Okay, ordering and billing has come. If there is an insufficient quantity on hand, the back order. So all that we can give as a note. And the cost is billed and the back order. Okay, wholesale customers and retail customers. This comes when it comes to actors. Okay. Okay, so let's think of these are the three things. And then when we are talking about the actor, so who is the actor? Actor is nothing but the customer. Okay, and here we have two types of customers. So the first one is, so what customer?
Wholesale and retail.
Wholesale and retail. retail customer. Okay, and then wholesale customer. Okay, and after that who is the one more actor? Here we are saying no, sales staff. Okay, sales staff. Okay, once we keep all this in the order, so we can just adjust the things here. Since these two actors are the types under customer, so we can give generalization. Okay, so this is how we can join, and then not only that, we have to give the relation between the customer. So customer will place the order, the customer is the person who is going to be shipped, and the customer is the one who is going to pay the bill.
మేడం కస్టమర్ షిప్ చేస్తారా సేల్స్ స్టాఫ్ షిప్ చేస్తారు మేడం షిప్పింగ్
వీళ్ళు షిప్ చేస్తారు కానీ వీళ్ళు తీసుకుంటారు కదా, సో ఇది బై డైరెక్షనల్ ఉండాలమ్మా. యాక్చువల్గా కస్టమర్ షిప్పింగ్ దాంట్లో ఇన్వాల్వ్ అయ్యాడా లేదా, బికాస్ హీఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు టేక్ ద ప్రోడక్ట్ నో.
ఎస్ మ్యామ్, ఎస్ మ్యామ్.
సో ఫర్ దట్ ఆల్సో వీ హ్యావ్ టు గివ్, అండ్ నాట్ ఓన్లీ దట్, సో సేల్స్ స్టాఫ్ ఈజ్ ఇన్వాల్వ్డ్ ఇన్ ప్లేసింగ్ ద ఆర్డర్, and the sales staff is involved in shipping the product, and sales staff is involved in billing the product. Okay, so after that, if any other relations are there among these, so those things also can be given, and some note you have to give. So while billing, see for retail customer, what it's given, so some discounts are available, no? For retail, no discount. No discount, and for wholesale, discount on 100 items. 100 items purchased. So after giving the things like this, so these things can be linked to for what details you want to give those. So likewise, if you have any other details have to be shown for other things also, we can give. So are there any other details still pending here? So let's see here. A major distribution of office supplier has set a criteria for preparing bills. So preparing bills is done when the customer places the order. So when customer places the order, so one of the sales staff prepares this order and writes the bill. Okay, and if there is an insufficient quantity on hand, so the back order, so if you want the back order also you can give.
Ma'am, shipping the order means preparing the order, ma'am.
షిప్పింగ్ అంటే డెలివరీ అమ్మా, ప్రోడక్ట్ డెలివరీ షిప్పింగ్ అంటే.
ఓకే మ్యామ్, అండ్ అదే మ్యామ్ మరి ప్రిపేర్ అంటే మ్యామ్ దానికి మెన్షన్ చేయని అవసరం లేదు మ్యామ్.
ఏది ప్రిపేర్? ప్లేస్
అంటే
ఆర్డర్.
ప్రిపేర్ ద ఆర్డర్ మేడం.
మనకి ఆన్లైన్లో మనం ఇప్పుడు ఆన్లైన్ ప్రోడక్ట్స్ కొనుక్కున్నప్పుడు ఎలా ఉంటుంది, when you place some order for some product, no? So at the other end, they are going to get information, no? So and so customer ordered this product. So the other end, at the server side, they have to see, no, the coordination of the availability of physical items and the system. So the other end, somebody will work. So sales staff will be there. As a user, how you are using the system and doing. So in order to update you in the system, so somebody has to work, no? So he will prepare the bill for how much you have ordered and all. So he will tell you how much you have to pay. So sometimes they may say take product and then pay, or only sometimes before, if you pay only, we'll start shipping. Yes or no? It depends on the process how they follow. Okay, it may not be same for all the things, right? Okay, so likewise we have to do. And here back order, if any things are there, we have to give the back order and we have to deduct that. And the cost is billed items when they are shipped. Okay. Wholesale customer are eligible for discount. So that this we have shown in a note. And for retail customers, we have shown this. All retail customers pay sales tax. Wholesale customers don't pay. So here also you can specify no discount, and they have to pay tax, because we cannot show any of those details in any of the use cases there. And they have to have an exemption. All bills are mailed to the customers. Okay, so mailing and all, it may not be shown here. So the things how much we can show it in the use case diagram. So that's how you have to show. So while billing, so they will check whether it is a retail customer or a wholesale customer. So if retail customer, he won't get any discount, and again he has to pay the tax. If he is a wholesale customer, there is no tax, and also he will get the discount. Okay, so that's how we draw the use case diagrams. Okay, and we can also save these diagrams as, so save as, so wherever you want the location you can give. But if you can see here, you are going to save it as .mdl. MDL means it's a model. Always from the beginning I am telling you the diagrammatical representation of the logical things what we are talking is called a model. Every diagram is called a model in UML. Okay, so here what name we'll give? Major distributor. Okay, so this is how I save the things. So these are how we are going to draw the use case diagrams from the scenarios.